Welcome to the Cosmic Connection. What you're about to hear and see on this program may disturb you. Please keep an open mind, for you may find that the information disseminated on the Cosmic Connection different from anything in your past experience. The views and opinions on the Cosmic Connection are not necessarily those of the organization broadcasting this program. Neither are they the views of the government, which seeks to suppress the investigation of the subject of unidentified flying objects. These are not the opinions of hucksters and charlatans who co-opt the importance of this message by their vain attempts to rip off the public through fear and misinformation. The term which best describes this program is from the Latin, fiat lux, which means, let there be light.
Hey, I really like this show.
Thank you very much.
Hey, let me tell you.
Hi.
Hey, I was wondering, I hear extraterrestrials described a lot of times as blues and grays and whatnot. I was wondering if you could fill me in on that. What is that all about? How many colors are they, and what are they all about?
The grays are the little, we have a picture here of the grays we have several species of grays from what I understand. These are the little gray guys. The EBEs, the extraterrestrial biological entities. See, these guys, from what I understand, are the subservients, the tall humanoid type people, the gray EBEs, extraterrestrial biological entities. This name was coined by Dr. Eric Wang, I believe back in 1947, when he supposedly looked at some of the bodies from some crash. It could have been Roswell, it could have been some other crash. Want to direct your attention, you can read the book Above Top Secret by Timothy Good. Alien Contact and Glimpses of Other Realities has an outstanding chapters dealing with other beings and human abductions and eyewitnesses. We're going to take another call. Welcome to the Cosmic Connection. Hello?
Yeah, I had a question.
And your name, sir?
Robert.
Hi, Robert. Welcome to the show.
How you doing?
Thank you for calling, sir.
Yeah, here in Hillsboro off the Sunset Highway, there was, in the field there was a weird figure. I don't know if you heard about it or not.
Sure did.
And I was wondering, was that UFO related? Or did they, I know they were running tests on it.
Now you're talking about the crop circle, right?
Yeah.
And that was in the city of Aloha?
Yeah, yeah.
Robert, Linda Moulton Howell has received some of the crop material and have sent it to her individual that works with her, Dr. Alschlander, I believe it is his name. I could be pronouncing that wrong. But the nodes of the crop have definitely been tampered with in a crop circle type way. They've looked at crop circles in England and from all over the world. They check out the particular crop that's involved, and they're noticing that there is Dennis, is a DNA structure has been tampered with?
Cellular change has occurred in true crop circles.
In true crop circles, this cellular change has occurred. Linda Moulton Howell has told me that yes, this is probably an authentic crop circle that we have here in our own backyard. Okay. Have you visited it, Robert?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it was kind of neat, but I don't know, one of those things. It's kind of hard to believe.
Well, the picture that I saw of it was not that impressive, and so I tended to think that it was a hoax originally. But
yeah,
the rumor I'm hearing is that supposedly it's real. There has been some genetic change, and if it is a real one, it's the worst one they've ever done.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to get your idea on it.
Well, thank you very much, Robert.
All right,
appreciate it. Is it still out there?
Yeah, no, they mowed it all down.
All right, well, Robert, I want to thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, pal. General Douglas MacArthur, you and I were talking about this the other night. I'd like to read off a statement here from Douglas MacArthur, stated at West Point Military Academy at the commencement address in 1962. This is by General Douglas MacArthur. We speak in terms of harnessing the cosmic energy of ultimate conflict between a united human race and the sinister forces of some other planetary galaxy. Also, another quote from General Douglas MacArthur, October 9th, 1955, states, "The nations of the world will have to unite, for the next war will be an interplanetary war. The nations of the earth must someday make a common front against attack by people from other planets." And that's General Douglas MacArthur, October 9th, 1955. Do we have any airline pilots out there with any UFO stories? And state your beliefs or some kind of contact or visual sighting that you've had in the air above the skies, in the skies. There's Erica and Suzanne. I want to thank you very much for writing to the Cosmic Connection. If you send your picture, you may get on the show. Hi, welcome to the Cosmic Connection. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, well, there's a voice. Hi.
How you doing?
Just fine. What's your name?
I'll just call myself Joe.
All right, Joe.
Okay,
welcome.
I'm going to tell you a story. One night, a friend of mine, our car broke down. It was like on the other side of Hillsboro. First Street, and it's
What
like
year?
Pardon me?
What year?
In 1980, right about 3 or 4 days after the mountain blew up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the car broke down. We were walking. We started walking into Hillsboro, and it was like kind of foggy, and we're just walking, bouncing a soccer ball, and we heard these guys. We looked to the right, and about 50 yards from us in a field, there was 3 guys sitting there. One was standing up, 2 were on a stump, and they were like glowing white. The one standing up was tall. The others were sitting on a stump. And there's this little red thing spinning around. And every time they would talk, it wouldn't spin around very fast. And then when we would talk to them, it would spin real fast. Like, I don't know if it was translating. That's what I thought it was doing. And every time that we talk, it would just spin. And they'd tell us, come on, we got beer, we got this, we got that. Come party with us. And I go, there is no way in hell I'm going to go party with you guys. I thought that to myself.
Sure.
But my friend thought, well, let's go over there. And I go, no way. And he started walking that way. And then out of the fog, here comes 4 Washington County Sheriff's deputies. They got us. They put us in the car. As soon as I looked at the cars, I looked to my right, and those things were gone, like that. And
No,
then the sheriffs, they went out there with their cars, looked around the spotlights. They didn't see nothing. I thought it was like the Ku Klux Klan or something, but they didn't have hoods. They took us to First Street on Hillsboro, dropped us off, gave us money for TriMet, and said, don't ever tell anybody because nobody's going to believe you anyway. And I tell people, and they yeah, sure.
Wow, that's an amazing story.
And
Now, you say your car was broke down.
yes, sir.
There was no drinking and driving involved?
No.
And you and your friend...
The car had carburetor problems.
Sure. And like you said, you saw this particular happening, and both of you still stick to your story.
Pardon me?
Both of you still stick to your story.
Oh, yes. I hardly ever see him anymore.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why the cops went there. They said they heard people screaming for their lives. And
yeah, it's amazing
we weren't
how they
really
just
screaming.
shut up.
We were yelling at them, and they were trying to yell at us to go over there, luring us that way. And then I kept walking. Like I said, we were going to walk into the fog because it's really foggy there, at night. And boom.
Now tell me about this.
And the sheriffs, they said, don't tell anybody.
Sure.
Nobody's going to believe anyway.
All right, now Joe, tell me about this communication. These people, these entities, so to speak. They told you to come party with them?
Yeah, they said they had a keg of beer, and they said they had anything we wanted. And I was starting to think, well, what if we go over there? And I didn't want to do it. I mean, they scared the heck out of me.
Sure.
And I just wanted to get away, and there was nowhere to get away, so I just kept walking towards the fog. And that's when the sheriffs came, four sheriffs from
Oh, that's an
Washington
amazing
County.
story. Joe, have you ever seen this program before?
No, I haven't.
Well, stay tuned, my friend.
Okay, well, see, I come from New Mexico. I was born in Roswell, New Mexico.
Outstanding.
And I have this little hole on top of my ear.
Right.
I don't know how I got there.
Uh-huh.
And my brother has one, too, and we don't know where they came from. And my dad, when I was little, my dad always told me about cattle mutilations because he worked in the fields 20 miles out of Roswell, and he used to see where, he irrigated fields at night, and the cows were just laying there dead. And he told me one time that this guy came up to him and just started talking to him, and he told him that he could make that cow come alive. And the cow got up and took off running.
Wow. Your father states this, huh?
Oh, yeah. My dad, he's still alive.
Outstanding.
And he worked at night. And
Any visualizing of any cattle mutilations?
no.
All right. Joe, I want to thank you very much for calling.
Okay.
And stay tuned, my friend. Hi, welcome to the Cosmic Connection. You're next.
Yes, I'm sorry I don't have something real interesting to add to the program, but I have a question.
Very good.
Could you tell me, do you know anything about the crop circle out by the Hillsboro exit on the Sunset Highway? I live out this way, and I saw everybody parking along the freeway looking at it, and I was wondering if anything had been found out about it.
And your name, sir?
My name is Bill.
All right, Bill, you just tuned in?
Yes.
About a minute ago?
Yeah, well, about 2 callers ago.
Okay, well, we just discussed that, but we'll be happy to repeat that for you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. People are tuning in all the time. We understand that material from this particular crop circle was sent to Linda Moulton Howell. Linda Moulton Howell sent it to her investigators. The crop wheat has been tampered with in a, what was that again, Dennis?
Cellular structural change.
In the crop circle, it's been noted that the cellular structural change in this particular wheat is identical to other crop circles that have been known to form in England and other parts of the world. So we're dealing with an original, authentic crop circle formation as we know it right now.
Well, these things are happening all around all of us and everywhere.
Absolutely.
Very interesting show, and I thank you for your time.
Bill, I want to thank you. Thank you very much for calling and being patient and hanging on.
Mm-hmm.
We have another caller? Hello, welcome to the Cosmic Connection. Hi.
Hi. Hey, Cosmo. I watch your show all the time, and I really like it. I have one question for you.
And your name?
This is Ed.
Hi, Ed.
Hi. I wanted to know if there was any correlation between the UFO sightings and bodies of water and or hydroelectric dams.
Absolutely. Dennis, you want to field that one?
Well, I don't know if there's necessarily a correlation, but there have been lots of UFOs sighted coming in and out of the ocean, coming in and out of lakes, and yes, they have been seen around electric lines and electric plants.
Also, Ed, if you want to read a book called Silent Invasion by Ellen Crystal, there are several reports of sightings in the Hudson Valley, in the state of New York, in the Hudson Valley districts and areas where UFOs are stated and seen hovering above just what you say, reservoirs and near hydroelectric dams. Have you ever read any of this information?
No, I haven't, but I've personally seen 3 of them at the hydroelectric plant, so I was just kind of wondering about it, and I know some people that watch them near a small lake, and it's really a small lake, so I was just, kind of curious about how that all ties together.
Now, Ed, you're stating you've seen this activity?
Yes, I have.
What part of the state?
In Montana.
Wow. What year?
That would have been the winter of '75.
That's a typical year out there in Montana in 1975. The Air Force bases and the Nike missile sites across the northern part of the United States were being visited by unidentified flying objects. Military base codes were being tampered with during these years of 1975. So you got to see something that's written about in books, and quite a few many books. If you want to read Clear Intent, also Above Top Secret by Timothy Good. Clear Intent is done by is that Barry Fawcett?
Fawcett and Greenwood.
Fawcett and Greenwood. Ed, you want to read those books?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Look them up in your library. They're there.
Okay,
Did
great.
you get those titles, Ed?
Great. One other thing that I never thought about was the dam is about 60 or 70 miles south of an abandoned air base, Fort Peck Dam in Montana.
Uh-huh.
And it's the old abandoned Glasgow Air Base, which they abandoned, I think, in '63 or '64.
Wow.
And they were headed in that direction.
And how many craft did you see, Ed? Ed?
Yeah.
How many craft did you see?
3 of them.
In formation, flying in formation?
Yes. They were hovering real low with no sound, like you'd hear a helicopter. Well, there was absolutely no sound, and one would stay behind, and the other 2 would go ahead for about a quarter or a half of a mile. It's hard to judge distances at that altitude. And they would stop, and then the other one would catch up to them, and one of the other ones would stay behind, and then the other 2 would leave, kind of like they were doing a search or something.
Outstanding.
And I'd watched them for quite some time, and they watched them go off over the horizon. And it probably took, maybe 10 or 15 minutes for them to go over, but I parked along the highway and watched them go right over me.
That's great. I'd really like to see something like that. Now, Ed, when you've seen this particular activity, what do you think of a gentleman by the name of Philip Klass and the debunkers that come along and say that UFOs are just swamp gas and reflections of light off the clouds?
Well, I wouldn't put much faith in that. He's probably got swamp gas.
Thank you very much, Ed.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
Earth here.
Well, some of these photographs are very graphic. We've got let's show. Linda Moulton Howell has definitely done her research on some of these beings. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to turn your channel again, we have a photograph here. I've never heard of this type of mutilation before. This is the half cats that have been found in Toronto, Canada. Cats and dogs. The Cosmic Connection has done some information dealing with this. This is the half cats found in Toronto, Canada. Dogs have been missing. 200 to 300 dogs have been missing. Right here, this is the half cat. This is out of Glimpses of Other Realities. They've been finding 200 to 300 half cats. The rear end of the cat has not been found anywhere. They're just finding the front end of these cats, and this is a very disturbing mutilation that is occurring. These cats are found with no blood. The dogs are not found at all. There is no trace of the dogs. 200 to 300 dogs disappearing. People are going out to their backyards looking for Spot, and Spot's gone. And Spot never shows up again. And this isn't. It's not funny. It's not a pretty sight either. So this is out of Glimpses of Other Realities. This is a very shocking book. Some of the photographs are just outstanding. Here we have your typical cattle mutilation, where the jaw is taken aback. We have teeth missing. We have teeth missing. Well, I was right there. Okay, right there, ladies and gentlemen. This is your typical cattle mutilation on a cow, where the flesh is peeled back. It's done in a jagged edge, like you saw on the video that we showed of Strange Harvest 1993. Let's take another phone call. Please, welcome to the Cosmic Connection. Hello. What's your name?
I'm Jerry.
Hi, Jerry. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks. This is actually the first time I've seen you. Kind of like it. I just kind of like to relate a couple of incidents that I've seen. And, you know, there's no half cats or anything, but, you know, I used to work in Southern California.
Well, Jerry, we've got about 10 minutes left. Can you speed it up a little bit, please?
Well, sure. And I saw kind of a really great flash and a piece falling to Earth. And it was kind of a meteorite. But I never saw any sign of it, and it was in between trucks. But it was really cold. It was really cold when I picked it up, and you know I saw kind of.
Wait a minute. You've got a piece of a meteorite.
Well, there you go. But it's a nickel content.
You had it analyzed?
Yes, I did.
Very good.
And well, the only other thing I'd like to say is I work at Portland International Airport. I'm in charge of parking on the kind of the graveyard shift, and I saw the 345 flight from Reno coming in, and I kind of saw lights all around it. It wasn't airport runway lights. It was light all around it. And it landed. When they land, you know, every one of them
Are you talking
burns
about
rubber.
Conventional aircraft?
We're talking probably a 727.
This is a regular airplane?
Yeah.
And this is
well,
not a UFO?
not a regular airplane. We're talking a jet.
Uh-huh. And what's this got to do?
And it didn't burn rubber. It landed the softest landing I've ever seen in my life.
All right. You're on.
Oh, I am.
Yes, ma'am. What's your name?
Okay, Deborah.
Hi, Deborah. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. My question is, when was the earliest sighting of a UFO in the United States?
No, no. That was about what? Did we have a flap in the 1800s, Dennis?
Well, that's
The
going back.
airship?
That's going back, and that's a little nebulous. I would say probably the one over Los Angeles in 1938, wasn't that?
I believe that was 1948. The battle over Los Angeles?
Yeah, that was the battle over Los Angeles. I think the first official sighting, though, of a UFO is in 1938, if I'm not correct.
Uh-huh.
But that's just one sighting, and we don't know whether it was a hallucination or a hoax or what. But the actual recent era of UFOs started in 1947, where there were mass sightings all over the United States, and in particularly up here in the Northwest and right over Portland here. 2 weeks before the crash at Roswell, the skies were basically being blitzed by fleets of UFOs and being reported by citizens left and right and being published in the newspapers.
Well, when she asked what the first ones are, I believe it brings to mind the gentleman over the Cascades.
Kenneth Arnold.
Kenneth Arnold. Deborah, have you ever heard of Kenneth Arnold over here in the Cascades?
Sure have.
Well, those would be some of the earliest ones, and like Dennis brought up, what we have is the sighting of that, then with coincidence with the crash at Roswell.
I hear you caught a couple of news flashes last night about 2 a.m.
That's right, very good. I heard on the Art Bell show last night, I believe it was a UPI or an API release, that communist China is asking for a worldwide investigation into the UFO phenomenon, and that is it. That's all that was stated. This is communist China asking for a worldwide investigation into the UFO phenomenon. I want to thank my boys, Soren. They've been working heavily in the studio, putting together some more music so we can play that for you on the Cosmic Connection. There's Soren. That's Odie, Tag, Jonah, and my buddy Soul. What else do we have? We have the next program. Go ahead.
What about what the astronaut said at the White House here a few weeks ago?
I didn't hear that, Dennis. Do you recall any of those statements?
I believe Neil Armstrong said there are amazing journeys to be taken if but one layer of protection can be removed from the truth.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this program. I want to thank Billy Goodman. Sir, thank you very much. I want to thank Billy Goodman for starting the fire on the Cosmic Connection, where we've been doing very well here. The next show will be September 6th, 7 p.m., Channel 11 in 2 weeks. I want to thank you for writing. Please write. You may call after the show and talk to Dennis or myself at 667-7434. We'll take calls for approximately 40 minutes after the program. Any information that you'd like to let us know about. Linda Moulton Howe, I want to thank you very much for sending me the information so we can disseminate this to the Portland audience. Tim Herman of Infotainment Tonight will be on August 31st, Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. on the CAN Channel 11, hosted by Tim Herman. Political issues are discussed. He'll be sitting right here August 31st at 8:30. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, the Cosmic Connection. Thank you.